Backstage with the Vamps, James, Brad, Tris and Connor. Welcome back to Australia.
Hello. Yes, man. Thank you.
Great to be back.
You've been here for like a week though. Most artists come and do their first show jet lag, but you're like, no, mate.
Well, yeah. I mean, last time we came to Australia, we went via Japan, so we were jet lagged in Japan, and I was falling asleep in interviews. So we thought this time that we'd make sure that doesn't happen on stage.
Angus was in Japan a couple of weeks ago, and
How was that? Did you
some
enjoy it?
2 random women put $3,500 fraudulently on his credit card. Did that happen to you while you were there or no?
They put it on your credit card.
Yeah, they just took my credit card to pay for karaoke and they paid for like dresses, accommodation, whatever they wanted to pay
So
for.
you're denying you know these women.
It's on you though, yeah?
We
It's
know.
on you.
Yeah, I didn't get anything, yeah. Literally, I got nothing
I
out
did
of
see
it.
you in a very nice dress the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, God, stop it. You've been checking out the beaches as well. Obviously, the weather's been pretty great.
Yeah.
But I need to know, have you checked out some of Australia's nude beaches? Because pretty epic.
Sadly not. I do that at home, but no. Where are the nude beaches? I'm
Close
down
to
for
where
it.
you were today.
Oh, really?
couple of coves over.
I went to Manly Beach with our manager, and that was sick.
You don't want to get naked at Manly Beach because you got arrested for that.
No.
But around there, sometimes you get the creepy old dudes though. That kind of ruin the nude beach for you any day, really.
They would actually, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the delightful
Not a good
breasts
sign,
and,
no.
you just keep away from it. First show is tonight. We are backstage. Some different artists in the world have some pretty crazy rider expectations. Kanye West says that everyone has to have all white natural cotton fibers, but you boys a bit different.
We like to play with fire.
so
Tom's allergic to nuts.
The only thing that's on the rider here is nuts, and
Yeah? Amazing.
We just hide some around.
You've got 3 things and one of them you're allergic to and could possibly die from. We've got enough snakes to try and do that in
Perfect.
Australia for you, mate. All right. We're not trying to kill you, Con. While you've been here in Australia, you get to go and hang out with the animals and whatnot, but you've got to catch up with your Australian fans as well who have been hanging out at hotels and whatnot and catching you in parks. What's the difference between an Australian fan and something like a UK fan or an American fan? Is there a difference apart from the accent?
They're a bit more tanned.
Yeah, they're used to the heat as well. Like,
Bit of caressing there, fellas.
I know, like this morning I was dying in like shorts and a t-shirt, and someone was wearing like a jacket. Like,
You got a little bit
I look
burnt.
like a lobster beater. Yeah.
Bit all tan. See, the thing with English skin is you don't freckle. Like I just freckle, you guys tan.
No,
so you'll be-
that's what's really weird. I do freckle. But
Yeah,
Oh yeah. See, you live in my life, Con. Pre-show, where you're about to step on stage, what goes through you? I mean, Brad, you got to do some vocal exercises. I
a
presume?
bit, yeah. I do like 20 minutes or something before the show. 25
Yeah?
minutes. Steam, a good bit of steam.
Oh.
in the drink.
Do you have a steamer, like a vaporizer?
Yeah, it's like a little. I'm not gonna use that word. It's like a little.
Is it a little penis?
Cheeky bit phallic.
It's just like a bowl, but then he's got a thing coming out the top.
Okay.
Do you bring that with you, or do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
request
Like,
it?
I've got our tour manager made like a little box carry on for it. So
Nice.
I look like I'm bringing my lunchbox everywhere. Then.
Just my vaporizer. Have you heard the trick about some artists? They get a balloon, they fill the balloon up with air, and then they take sips from the balloon,
no.
and then it's something to do with like
Opening
no
up.
normal air.
Okay.
But it like does something.
Yeah, helium. Try that tonight.
Yeah.
Try helium tonight.
If I'm struggling with the high
Just before
notes.
Cecilia, knock that one out. Yeah,
Cecilia.
that's gonna work.
Speaking of Cecilia, it's such a cool song, and it samples one of my favourite bands of all time. Do a lot of your fans, do you find that they actually just have no idea that you have sampled that? And
That
think
is
you've written
a
it?
common occurrence, yeah. But it's always nice because they're that young. Their parents have got to come along with them to the gig, and you'll always see the parents bobbing.
They'll
around.
know.
I know.
It's the ones on the end. They're like, oh yeah, this one. Okay, great. I have to kind of take the tone down a little bit. I apologise for this, but James, yes, the selfies, Instagram. I follow you. You love a selfie. You love the abs.
You do love it.
I love them
I
too.
used to love the abs.
No, not
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's always like people always presume it's just me, but there are other selfie takers. But I like taking the most pictures. Yeah, but I don't really like selfies. I prefer like being in the picture and someone else is taking it if I'm in a nice place. Does that
only
count
you.
as a
No one
selfie?
else in your photo. So it's a selfie.
Yeah,
No
it's
one
all
else.
about me.
On yourself.
So yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like the likes go through the roof. The comments are like table down scripture. But maybe I'm jealous. It's probably just jealousy.
And it does sound a bit like jealousy there.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do any of you boys ever pull each other into line if one of you posts something that you just go, oh, come on, like, and give each other shit for being going a bit too far with it?
With the selfies, do you mean?
Or anything
Or just
embarrassing that you
anything.
post?
Unless it's of me naked, and I'm all good with it. Like.
I don't use Twitter, so I don't think I can get pulled into line just because I don't tweet. So that's usually a source of. They're more kind of like not tweet anything bad. Even if you tweeted something bad, at least you're tweeting. So, yeah.
And I guess the risk you run with social media is that things can be taken out of context.
Yes.
Which has kind of happened to you in Australia in the last 24 hours. You did an interview, and watching it back, we thought it was pretty
thought it was
funny,
okay.
but people have taken it out of context to do
Yeah.
with Lauren from Fifth Harmony. So this is your opportunity to kind of clarify what you meant, because I don't think you really meant what people are saying you meant.
No. We have like the utmost respect for all them girls. We toured with them in the summer and we got to know them, and they are incredibly talented, amazing, lovely girls, and the sweetest girls. And we would never ever want to even put out the image that we would even think of saying a bad word about them. Like, it was nowhere near. Nothing about that. It was literally just in interviews we get asked a lot of personal questions about our personal life, and we're quite private about it anyway, in terms of relationships or whatever. So we do usually try and deflect the question using humour. So say if
Very weird humour.
very weird.
We've got the weirdest humour on the planet. Like it's sarcasm, but a weird British twist.
And that usually helps it, just because people then we don't like giving out too much sort of thing, just to maintain a bit of privacy, and like that'd be the same for any member sort of thing. The other members usually help them
Help
deflect
each other
it.
Yeah, I saw. That's what
Yeah,
I
that's
saw.
what we
I
loved
saw
about
the way I watched it. I saw the headline, watched the video, and I actually, when the video stopped, I genuinely thought I'd missed it. All it was James trying to deflect the question off you,
And it just
got
got a bit
taken in the wrong way. Which
misconstrued,
happened.
yeah.
Seth Rogen did a tweet saying about American Sniper, and then he got compared, saying that he's comparing the movie to Nazis, and he
Oh.
said a tweet today saying, "Absolutely not. My grandfather
No,
was a
yeah.
veteran. I loved the movie. I was just saying similaries between the two."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit taken out of
Like
tone. And
huge
place.
apologies to like even that it's been construed like that. We did
Yeah.
not mean it in any way. Lovely girls, great music. No way would we ever even want to like.
Beautiful. There
Too
you
easy.
go.
Sweet. Everyone's friends.
We are friends. You're going to share this stage tonight, your first Australian gig, with some pretty epic artists who have been before you. Last weekend, the 1975 performed. It was ridiculously impressive and amazing.
Yeah, they're great band. Great band.
Do you get a little bit nostalgic, or do you think about sometimes when you go on big stages and you go, holy hell, you walk through the halls and you see the artists that have performed before you? Does that hit home?
It was weird. Like some of us saw Ellie Goulding here in, I don't know when it was. It must have been in the summer, and like it was the same venue and like the same dressing room. And I remember when we were in the crowd, we were like, wow, this place is huge, and it's amazing to kind of come back and do it for ourselves. So yeah, all the time it happens. Yeah.
What would be the dream gig for you, and who would you support, or who would be supporting you?
Wembley Stadium.
Of course.
Foo
And,
Fighters for me.
Blink 182 support us.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
We support. Yeah. No,
Put it out there.
They support us.
Speaking of riders, I would imagine that would be one hell of a rider I would like to see. Whatever goes on behind the scenes at a Foo Fighters or a
Foo Fighters. Oh, that'd
Oh.
be so rad.
Have you ever been in the same room as Dave Grohl?
I have.
Brad's
yeah.
hung out with them.
Does he emanate just?
He's literally the coolest man in the world. Like, he's the nicest dude. Apart from Tristan. He's number 2. No, he's just so nice, man. Like, I know everyone says that about him, but like, he's genuinely just the coolest dude. Great, strong beard. Just nice guy.
Yeah, strong.
Yeah, he's just a legend, man. Yeah. And I'm like a massive fan as well, so I was just like,
You wouldn't know.
the whole time.
You wouldn't know from you just saying, no. New
I love
music
you.
from Vamps. What have we got? Are you currently writing? Have you put down some songs? What's going on with you guys for new music coming through?
We've been we spent a month in America about 2 months ago, and we worked with some writers that we worked with before, and then some new guys, and then did some stuff on our own as well. But it's like really early days for us. Like, we had about 3 years to do the first album, just a year on our own at each other's houses, writing on our own, and then together, and then with writers, and just trying every end of the spectrum sort of thing. So we kind of wanted to do that again on this one, but it's obviously much harder because people want it a bit sooner. But we've set aside a couple blocks of time to just go out there. But we honestly haven't. A lot of people go out there thinking, right, this is the direction, this is what we're going to do. And we haven't done that really. And I don't think we like doing that because it almost pigeonholes you a bit. So
Could be hip hop.
it could
I'd
be.
love to see you rapping, Trish.
We will put that
on the
on
mic.
every hour on the hour on Shazam Top 20 if there's Vamps
Yeah,
hip hop.
we will.
Have you got any collabs in the pipeline? Because you've just had a pretty successful one, so I'd imagine that would make it easier then to approach other artists that you'd love to work with.
We're always open-minded, and we can't actually wait to kind of see who we can, try and get on songs and stuff. And we love working with other artists. It's always an interesting adventure. But we haven't thought about anyone at the moment. But hopefully in the future, like in 5, whatever.
Yeah.
Or however many months.
Yeah.
5 years. When we
gonna be
eventually
a long
drop the
way.
album in 5 years, we're taking time out.
It's a 350 song album.
I need to get a tan.
It's going to be good.
Have you guys evolved and matured in your writing? Like, I mean, I know you guys are in early days, but do you notice a difference from some of those early songs? Do you listen back to them and go, wow, that was in a totally different place to where we're at now?
I've got more immature. I don't know about
Yeah.
you guys.
Definitely, man. Like, I think there's like, obviously you grow as a person, you grow up, but you also work with a lot of we've had the opportunity to work with a lot of great writers over the past 2 years. So just being in the same room as them is like, you're just trying to soak up knowledge from them, and then you go through life experiences as well, so you kind of learn to write about them and develop throughout that.
Are you good enough now to write a song about a seagull? Could you write a hit about
Seagull?
Yeah.
We didn't want to give it away, but the second album is called Seagull.
He's an oracle! You've done it again, Angus.
I don't even know where the animal popped into my head. I haven't seen one in years.
Meet the Seagulls.
It's happening. I'm channeling shit.
You mentioned before about Dave Grohl's strong beard, but I'm looking at each of you and I'm not
It's
seeing any
strong,
facial
isn't it? I know,
hair.
it's very
It's just
What's
gross.
going on, boys?
Over Christmas, it just grew. And
This is years of hard work.
I'm still waiting to hit puberty.
It'll come, man.
That should hopefully hit soon.
Because you got 4 heads of hair and beards are in, man. Chicks dig
He
that.
makes me shave my beard all the time.
Yeah, okay. As
Joe.
a
Nasty like
representative of the
Can't
female
have-
race of the world, stop making him do that.
Con has the strongest beard. We
It's a
don't.
bit bum
None of
fluff,
us have
but-
beards, but Con
Apart
has
from
the
me.
strongest
I
bum
have the
fluff.
most bum fluff.
Okay, great. Something to really hold true there, guys. Put that in your new Twitter profile.
Really attractive. Hey,
Most
baby,
likely
I
to
got
grow
some bum
beard.
fluff.
With Twitter, it's a beast, Brad. You're not on it that often, but do you feel a little bit of, for one, a sense of responsibility for what you tweet, but also, do you get, like, when you get a big star like a Dave Grohl or someone that you're such a fan of follow you, do you actually get a bit scared about tweeting? Because Maddie from the 1975 follow me, and I have tweeted less.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot tweet anymore. And if I do, it's about adopting animals,
Sea
loving
shepherd.
literature, drinking
Really
the wine.
cool stuff.
Do you
yeah.
guys have any? Is there a star that follows you that you're just like, okay, now I have to pull back on the sandwich tweets?
Zoe Deschanel.
Oh,
But I was like, I don't know how she followed me because I was like, what the hell? But then all you were like, DM her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm Brad. Like, it'd be really weird. I wouldn't do it. Yeah,
That's a
that
good
was
one.
like weird. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
afterwards.
You got any, James?
Ed Sheeran follows me, but what's strange is, like, I kind of forget, like, because I follow loads and loads of people. Like, I'm just used to seeing loads of, like, tweets and things, but, like, sometimes I'll tweet something and then he'll, like, text me. And
I've
I'll be
seen
like,
that. I've seen
"What?"
him reply to your tweets
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, you forget sometimes.
Yeah, it's really weird, but
He's
that's
such a cool guy, though, isn't he? Like, he's a nice guy.
Do you ever have that moment where you know that you follow someone on Twitter, they follow you, or you may have tweeted them once or twice, and then you meet them in real life, and you're like, do we actually know each other? Like, can I say hello, or do we have this like
Yeah.
online only friendship? Is that the same for like actual famous people?
No, I don't think so. There's been a couple of, like, people that I've met and I've been like, oh, hey, I'm James from the Vamps. Like, and I tweet them all the time and we tweet back and then they're like, who?
Oh gosh.
Pull up your display picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well, guys, we got to let you do some vaporizing of the throw.
Vaporizing,
Trish,
seagull
songwriting.
Some more shoulder licking, which I saw going on there.
yeah.
I
Like
don't know
that.
what that was about, but just go with it. Man.
It tastes great. Quite salty, though.
Yeah.
His
I've got
daily
some
salt
flavour on
intake.
here. Barbecue.
Guys, thank you, guys. Thanks for letting us catch up with you backstage, literally just before you
Problem.
head to stage. Have fun on tour
Thank you.
with Short Stack, Mosquito Fall.
Real.
It's going to be a great time for you. Have a great time in Australia. Thanks for coming down
Thank
and
you.
visiting
Thank
and
you very
holidaying
much.
before as
Cheers,
well.
Thank you.
And we look forward to the hip hop album, of course.
Oh yeah.
Which will go straight to number one.
Seagulls. Stand like this behind a flock of seagulls. That would be epic. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, man.